And we are back. I'm the Dadadpanther, and we're going to talk Retromania Wrestling. The game is out in less than 30 days. It's a perfect time to talk about what's next. Let's talk DLC. Kalikalikalow. Wow, you guys, standing ovation to you guys, the new subscribers. I mean, people who are hitting the subscribe button right now. Thank you very much for hitting the notification bell, commenting, positive conversations in the chat, and just the likes. Just thank you. Again, this is a brand new channel, opened up since October. Now let's get into it. We're talking about Retromania Wrestling. The game is out in less than 30 days. It's a perfect time, right, to talk about what's next. I know I sound greedy, but hear me out. The game is launching with 16 wrestlers. Now, we already know one wrestler that's going to be one of the DLC characters, Dashing Chris Bay. Currently, he's at Impact right now, and I can't wait to add him on the rotation because I have dreams of playing and beating everybody. Well, I can't beat everyone because it's not online. We'll get into that later, but to smash up the computer with him, Johnny, Jeff, Matt, I can't even think of all the ones I want to mess around with, but the lineup of 16, they do want to grow on it, and it has to do with the success of this game. Now, watching the marketing of this game slowly roll out as you start to see some of the big streamers and YouTube content creators start to actually report on this game, that is good for the game, that is great for us. I don't know what's next. Would it be wrong for us to talk what's next? In the comments right now, who do you want next to come down the pipeline on this game? Now, the first thing I could say is, if they're, I don't know about the contract, whatever the case is, they did something earlier where they did a March Madness style bracket where it was like indie and personalities and things of that nature, kind of battling it out in a way to see who would make the cut on the roster. And I think they should revisit that, and not revisit it like do it again. I think they should break each bracket as a downloadable content. Now, we don't know what the pricing is going to be. We don't know if it's one at a time or anything of that nature, but I think it would be really interesting if Chris comes out on the first bracket and him and the whole bracket come out together, and each time they do an update, they bring out a brand new bracket of wrestlers. And I think that would really make the roster big, but it also help on the marketing part, because a lot of these wrestlers are going to self-promote. It's their self in the game. I know if Mr. Showtime was in the game, being the whole damn show, he would make sure he would run and tell everybody, follow him on Twitch and all this other stuff. But that's not the point. The point is, it's a win for us because they can go in so many directions, right? I mean, they could honestly do a patch or downloadable update where it's like, hey, look, now you're going to be able to change the uniform color. Like, you can change someone's tights from white to blue, or the color scheme that they have, you can change the just one or two colors. That would add something. Changing colors or elements on the arenas would be something. Having a patch or the communication with the mod community, where can you imagine if it's in I don't know, an Impact arena that's recreated by a modder and they give the green light on it? Or can you imagine doing like WrestleMania 30, WrestleMania 12, Dynamite, and it just, the list goes on and on for what the modded community can do to this, give or take, if they get the green light. Or what about the fact that with a downloadable patch you can get online play? Now the whole idea of cross play and cross save gets significant, because now you can buy it on multiple systems for whatever the reason, but most importantly, you can take your progress with you wherever you go. Here's another thing: does this game become mobile? Would you like to see this game mobile? I don't know if the devs are watching. Maybe they are watching. That's them watching. But anyways, again, like I said before, the possibilities are endless. Create a wrestler. What if they added create a wrestler in a patch? What if we got women wrestling in the patch? More tag team people in the patch? Inside the comments, tell me, who would you like them to add? Like I said before, I think starting off with Chris is a great direction. It's awesome that they already have that plan. And there's also two other wrestlers, and maybe you know the answer to it. One of the wrestler is a NWA wrestler. These are just the hints. This is just, they're vaguely. So who do you think that is? NWA. Then the other one is, it's a 90s wrestler that has never been in a game. Okay, now I've seen some people shout out some comments, but again, they've never been in any game. Okay, so it doesn't matter whether the game was selling or not, overseas or not. Put in the comments who you think those two people are. But I think it'd be awesome if they went ahead, if they were able to take each bracket and put out there with a quality of life patch. Would be really interesting. Now, co-op modes and playing online is awesome. New commentary, Easter eggs put in there. They can really do some stuff with this. Now, off the top of my head, if I could think, what would I like to see in this game as far as a character, it would be like Dynamite Kid. It would be Brody. It would be Mr. Perfect. It would be Bret the Hitman Hart. Now, I would love to see so many other characters in the game, but there's no reason mentioning their names because I know they're tied up. Impact's not letting anybody do anything as far as gaming goes, unless they were already in contract. That's how Chris Bay got over. Now, I don't know what that does for the AEW wrestling game that's coming out. I don't know if they're working together. Same thing with New Japan. We'll find out. But you got games like the Wrestling Code that's grabbing a lot of people as well when it comes to the indie scene. So it's just going to be really curious to see where they go from here. But I honestly think if they go the angle of the creator wrestler or the creator community or the mod community, that is the win. It's just my opinion, because that community, if you put in there the ability for somebody to create whoever they want, and that's what happens in the 2K series and other games, they will be the driving point to give you content for people to keep coming back and keep playing it. They will create the arenas that you're talking about. They'll create the wrestlers that are wink wink, not allowed based off of contracts. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens from this small indie development studio. I'm excited. Once again, put in the comments, who do you want to come down the pipeline? You could have been anywhere in the world and you're here, and I'm doing this off of one take, no script. So I hope you enjoy it. To the new subscribers, thank you very much. Until next time, Kalika out.